Hello, today I'll be doing this video. I'll be talking about success and balance, especially to my people. I have dared to meet an African that was successful. I know that is very, very powerful. This video is mostly for the African successful business people and for my African people that are inspiring to become successful. I do consulting for a lot of Fortune 500 companies and also mom and pop businesses. And as I look at the way they do things and I look the way our people they do business, they all make a lot of money. But what I've realized that, a lot of the Fortune 500 companies, they take pride in their health. And if you look at these, a lot of the African successful business people, that is the last thing on their chart, and it's very, very sickening and it's very, very scary that we associate success, having money to be successful. No. And I'll be coming from an African perspective. I just want to hit this and clarify some few things. The mystical schools of Africa, to be successful, you needed 3 factors. Health was number 1. Number 2 was knowledge. Number 3 was wealth. If you had wealth, knowledge, first, any of those, you were cursed. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Because to be able to function properly, if you were favored by the gods, they gave you proper health first. They taught you the keys and the principles on how to master the human body and to understand how to fix it and how to heal it. If you remember, we go back to our great-great-grandparents. One thing they never neglected was understanding the human body. And they knew how to fix it if anything was wrong. But us in the West, we are running around saying we're successful. But 99% of the business owners, the African business that I've been doing consulting for, I have not met one who did not have some kind of disease. Almost every single one of them is plagued. Prostate cancer, high blood pressure, diabetic, you name it. They have all kinds of diseases. These people, they have. It's very, very sad. One after another. I always hear, I have to take my wife to the hospital. Today I'm going to the hospital. Every single one of them has some kind of health crisis. But as you watch them, they drive the big cars, the luxury cars, and they flash, they want to wear the best of dress, they clean their outside body, they rub creams on their bodies. But these people neglect the inside part of their bodies. They take no care. Their breath sometimes smells. They know nothing. They don't know. They eat so much of red meat and they do not even understand from a spiritual standpoint. When you eat meat that was killed in a certain kind of manner, the fear the animal secrete is the same secretion that you are taking in. You are taking in that kind of energy. That's why if you meet a lot of them, they have something called paranoia. Most people that are mostly meat eaters, they have paranoia. They never look at the bright side of things. They always see something negative with things. Prove me wrong. I know what I'm saying. So they run around, drive nice cars. Every other thing is external, nothing internal. Even the ones who call themselves Christians, they said, I go to church. But Jesus Christ fasted, They can't even go one day without food. So in return, they're constantly working and working and working as slave. And then at the age of 50, 60, they're being buried. The money they work for is spent by kids who do not even care about their legacy. I'm seeing this rampant behavior with our people, and it is becoming very sickening. These people know nothing about medicine. To be considered a real man, you need no person to look after your health. The greatest doctor, the greatest physician is you. That's why the ancient African people said, man, know thyself. And if you do not know yourself and all you do is master money, you are playing a dangerous game. Because your money at the end will not serve you. I see a lot of them making good money, but at the same time, they're taking almost half of this money, spending it back into the system, hospitals, to take care of their health. The same thing they neglected from day one. When it's so late, they're running to take good care of it. Now, when it's late. You must stop this kind of madness. I see sometimes people float around all these people and think, oh, our pastor is wealthy. Oh, this businessman. I have dared to meet one that was wealthy. They might be rich from a monetary standpoint, but they are not wealthy. Because the greatest wealth is being able to have good health. It's all that there is. That is why a lot of them, sometimes their attitude, most people can't tolerate their attitude. Why? Because they're disease-stricken. What do you expect? If someone is full of disease, in return, they'll treat you like shit. I'm saying this to say that money is not wealth. It's good to have money, but please do not neglect your health. It is very important. But you must understand this is a country of information. Even though you might be a doctor, you might be whatever profession, a businessman, you should not stop learning. This is the country where you can choose to become the greatest of anything. Any information you need is just at your fingertip. Spend time, invest time to research. Because a lot of what I'm saying, I hear some of them say some certain things that are just nonsense. And sometimes they talk and they think, oh, they're talking to foolish people. With the use of technology, human beings are becoming very, very smarter. So you need to be very, very mindful and be careful what you say and how you speak and where you gather your information from. And sometimes tradition might be a big hindrance. And sometimes tradition might be a good a good thing. But try to educate yourself on health and try to get knowledge on how to take care of yourself. When I look at the lifespan of our people, it's hard to meet one that has gotten to 70 years old. Most of our people were dying at a very, very young age, and I begin to wonder if this is what life is all about. God gave us life, and He said we should try by all means to be here in good health, in good faith, as long as possible. and not try to exit out of these bodies as quick as possible. But a lot of us, our behaviors, the way we run after money and everything, it is causing us to be looked upon as primitive, what do I say? As very primitive. If you see both the men and the women, they're all carrying big bellies. They eat late, they drink late, they do all these other things, and the next day they tell you, I am a Christian. But didn't you see the people in the Bible? They all look like this, like one. They ate very little amount of food, they fasted. They were able to abstain from days, sometimes even months without food. And so we take the things that we think, oh, it's easy to do, and we cling to it. I hope my advice fell on a good soil, on good ears. Please, it is time we stop this madness. Show me one business person that was balanced in every single area. Every single one of them. I study, I read, I research, I do a lot of studies. The only thing they know is about their business. Yes, it's good, but try to be all rounded in every single area. Try to know what is going on around you. Information about your health and prosperity and what it means to really be blessed and balanced. And taking time to exercise and eating right and doing all the right things. This money is killing us. I know we're so pressured to send money back home, but what good does it make if a man makes all the money and sends it back home and he himself has no good health? What good does it make? You're a human being. We're designed to be. A lot of us, we don't even know how to play anymore. When I meet a lot of my people, we came here, we used to be so slim and, healthy. But now a lot of us, you see, both men and women, they're so fat, so overweight. You begin to wonder, how do they even play? How do they even have fun? A lot of you said, oh, I'm marrying you for good or for worse. I'm marrying you so we can spend the rest of our life together. But a lot of you spend all your time at work. You never have time. I know I'm speaking to I'm speaking to all of you, these business people. A lot of you, your wife, they're at home or they're at work. When they come home, you're leaving, or when they're leaving, you're coming. So you people never even see each other. So we wonder why we're all divorcing and separating, and our children, we don't even know them. It's crazy what's going on. It's so crazy. We need to stop this madness. We need balance. We need to ask ourselves, who are we? Where do we come from? And where are we going? Okay, I see you people in my next video. Now, get out of here. Go take care of yourself. And stop eating a lot. Food is not treasure. I hope you know. Food can sustain life and it can take life. Always remember that. And always remember what the wise people said. The more money you make, the lesser food you should eat. Not the more money you make, the more food you should eat. Every single one of you. I'm talking to you. Your belly is so big. A lot of you can't even breathe. Get out of here. Go take care of yourself.